Ooh, oh, nice fade in. I like that.
And we really are before the bell today.
Here we are before the bell. There it is. How's it going, Trev?
Good. How are you?
Good. Can you smell vacation? It's almost here.
Yeah.
Almost.
A day and a half left.
Almost smell it.
Well, a half day left, but
Yes.
if you don't want to count today.
Well, yeah, you know. Ooh, I didn't put the scripts over there. I'll have to hand them off to someone. How's everything going?
Good. How are you?
Doing good. Busy.
Now, do you guys have to stay till 2:05 tomorrow?
Oh, yeah, 2:30.
Oh,
Oh,
nice.
Be here working on curriculum.
Oh, fun.
Yes, I put on old-fashioned reading glasses and hold them down at the bottom of my nose and work on curriculum. So, yeah, it's actually, I don't want to make it sound like we like to get rid of you guys, but it's kind of fun when, you know, all the students are gone, teachers are poking around, doing their things.
Yeah.
It's fun. I like it. So, a couple of interesting birthdays. One of the coolest American heroes of all time, Chuck Yeager, was born today, 1923. He's the first man to break the speed of sound.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, a crazy, interesting life. He was an American
That's
test
a cool
pilot.
accomplishment.
Yeah, and he did it with cracked ribs. The plane, it was called Glamorous Glennis, and it was named after his wife. And it was like this weird-looking orange. It looks like something out of like a 50s sci-fi movie. And they painted it orange. And like he had to, the release, they flew him up on a bomber, like a B-29. And he had to like push this huge lever down to like release the hook that was holding him. But he had cracked his ribs and he couldn't do it because there wasn't enough leverage. So he had to he basically strapped a broomstick to this lever so he had enough leverage with his broken ribs.
I wonder if that broomstick stood up on its own.
Yeah, exactly. It didn't stand all by itself. So if you ever get the chance, there's an amazing movie called The Right Stuff. And it's about like the first Mercury astronauts and Chuck Yeager.
Oh, that's cool.
Fantastic movie. I gotta go watch it again. It's so good. And then on the total opposite end of the spectrum, it's Jerry Springer's birthday today. Blah. Part of the downfall of American civilization. Henry Rollins was born today. He was in Black Flag, and he's like a rock star poet kind of guy. He had a series
combo.
he had a series on History Channel about like things you didn't know. Very interesting guy. And it's Randy Moss's birthday, former New England Patriot, one of the greatest receivers of all time. Yeah. So, Okay, ready for a really bizarre one?
All right.
On this day, 1972, Led Zeppelin had to cancel a concert in Singapore because they weren't allowed off of their airplane. What do you think would prevent a rock band in the 70s from being allowed into a country?
They definitely did something or forgot, like their
you would
passport
think like drugs or paperwork or something. Their hair was too long. You crazy rock stars have long hair. We're not letting you into our country.
That's insane.
Isn't that crazy?
That's crazy.
So as I started reading the sentence, I'm like, oh, this must be something insane. I was thinking drugs. No,
just hair.
Long hair.
Which is still insane.
Yeah, that's even more insane. Let's see, what do we got? Let's blast through our Black History Month person of the day. This is kind of interesting. The person's name is Phyllis Wheatley, but her true name nobody knows because this poor kid was born in Africa, captured as a slave, and sold. And
That's
so
crazy.
No one knows what her real name was.
Sad.
Yeah, it's ridiculous when you think about this kind of stuff. Sometime in 1753, an intelligent girl was born who came to be known as Phyllis Wheatley. Although this is not her given birth name, historians are unsure of her real name as well as her exact birth date. Young Wheatley was taken from her home in Senegal, West Africa, to be sold. Hold on.
Kate Minabella, can you please call the main office?
To be sold as a slave in Boston, Massachusetts at the age of about 7 or 8. Her masters were named John and Susanna Wheatley. Quickly, Susanna noticed the potential of the young girl and allowed her 2 children to teach her to read and write. This led Wheatley to take up writing literature, such as poetry, and writing her first poem at the age of 14. and having ads in Boston for 28 of her poems at the age of 18. This was important for Wheatley as she was taken to London with Nathaniel to publish her very first collection of poems called Poems on Various Subjects. This was a huge milestone for her because Wheatley was the first African American to publish a book, as well as the second woman to publish literature. Her poems had many biblical themes, but mostly discussed the horrors of slavery, which many readers could relate to. In addition to being known for her work, she was also famous for being a black woman who was influenced deeply, as well as taught, by her white slave owners, for which will forever keep Phillis Wheatley in historical content for many years on. So kind of interesting. It's just, it boggles the mind how people can treat each other. You know?
Oh, I
it's
know.
like if you just be nice. Remember that? Well, you might have been a freshman, or it might have been before that. They had the dude be nice guy come here,
Miss Mac, yeah.
and it's all that you have to do. If you just kind of live your life and just like, I'm just going to be nice to people.
Yeah.
Then you don't have to worry about all these horrible things that come from people
Yeah.
being jerks to each other. So, what do you got? Let's get
All right,
some news.
I hate to start off the day with a devastating headline.
Uh-oh.
But the male romper, the Rom Him, is going out of business.
I saw that yesterday. It was my old-fashioned Facebook stream was a few people commented on that. I could not imagine myself wearing a guy
me either.
romper. Don't see it.
It's not for me.
Yeah. You wouldn't see me wearing it. What else we got?
Andrew Yang dropped out of the presidential race.
Yeah, Yang and Deval Patrick.
Oh,
who-
he did?
Yeah, former governor of
I didn't see
Massachusetts.
that one.
Nobody knew he was running. So, but
I
he
think I
dropped
saw
out.
one ad for him,
Yeah,
like this
yeah.
whole thing, and
Not
that's
well run.
it. And the like billionaire Tom Steyer,
Yes.
he said that he wasn't going to drop out of the race because that would be, quote, ridiculous.
Yes, because he's already spent $100 million.
Yes.
Let's go for another $100 million. Oh, guys, I've got did you guys print up a fresh batch?
No, I grabbed it.
Oh, okay. That's weird.
Oh, I think that's the old one.
Yeah, those are old. I've got these for you. Can't read old news.
Let's see. Bernie won the New Hampshire primary.
Yeah.
But Pete Buttigieg came in second, but is still beating Bernie in delegates by 2 delegates. and
Which
you need
I don't
delegates
understand.
to win.
Yes,
the
the more
nomination.
delegates you have, then when you go to the convention,
Yeah.
that's pretty much how you get the nomination. But Bernie won Iowa, and just barely,
Yeah.
and he won
New Hampshire.
New Hampshire, a little bit more of a margin, but
Yeah.
still close. But Bernie has less delegates.
Yes.
It's a fix. The
and
Democratic
then-
Party doesn't want Bernie to win.
And then the surprise was Amy Klobuchar coming in third
Yeah,
place.
very strong finish. She had a really
Yeah.
good
Showing in New Hampshire.
Yeah, she did really well in the debate in New Hampshire, like the
Yes.
Friday before,
Yes.
and raised a ton of money off of that. Did really
Yeah,
well.
She made, I think, over $3 million.
Yeah,
in
so
that
now it's
weekend.
like, does she continue? Does she keep stepping it up? An interesting thing I heard was that way back when Bill Clinton ran, out of the first 12 events,
Yeah.
technically Iowa's not a primary, but from Iowa through the first 12 primaries, for a simpler word, he only won New Hampshire.
Oh,
And
wow.
then he started winning. So it might be that, we still, it could be somebody else that
I mean,
becomes the
it's
nominee.
hard
but-
with Iowa and New Hampshire, too, because they're very predominantly white. And
Yeah.
there's not that much ethnic
Yeah, so next
diversity.
week is South Carolina.
Yeah.
And then after that, I think is Super Tuesday.
Super Tuesday, yeah.
When there's a whole bunch of states
Yeah.
go. And then you'll start to get an idea. Oh,
And
so there goes our politics talk for the day. So, and Rick Moranis is coming back to do a new Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. So we got
and
that to look forward to.
Parasite TV shows in the works.
Oh, that'll be interesting. I got to see the original. All right, so that's it. One more half day, my friend. See you guys tomorrow. Have a good one.
Good morning, Rebel High School. I'm Ryan Piersak,
And I'm Morgan Navik.
and welcome to the Rebel Report. Today is Thursday, February 13th. It is a day 6, and we start with period 8. Now please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You may now be seated. Throughout February, there will be boxes set up in the main lobby and cafeteria to collect items to donate to Bags of Hope, a local organization that provides aid and support to victims of human trafficking. Please bring in women's toiletries and other supplies to help. The Green Team will be meeting today after school in 3120. New members are always welcome. Enola Spanish Club will meet today after school in room 1332 to talk about its upcoming events. The meeting will take no more than 10 minutes. As always, snacks will be served. And attention math team members, there will be a mandatory meeting today at 2:10 in room 2311. All team members should attend in preparation for the league playoffs. Paper copies of the playoff problem sets are available for pickup from Mrs. Milne, or digital copies can be accessed through team members' Walpole Public Schools email. The 3 problem sets are due on Monday, February 24th. It is important that all team members meet the deadline. That is all for me, and over to Morgan with some more announcements.
Thank you, Ryan. March Prideness will run from Monday, February 24th to Friday, April 3rd. Show one of the Pride core values to get a ticket from your teacher, give the ticket to your homeroom teacher, and help your homeroom win the grand prize. This year, every time your homeroom gets 10 tickets, you will get a ping pong ball. The more tickets, the more ping pong balls. If you attended South Walpole Community Preschool and are interested in a career in education or working with children, then please apply for a $500 scholarship from South Walpole Community Preschool. The application is on Naviance in the school counseling office. The deadline is March 7th. And attention seniors, superlative winners, please report after school on Thursday, February 27th to the science lobby to have your superlative pictures taken for the yearbook. Bring any props that pertain to your winning category to make the pictures fun and memorable. See Ms. Harris or Ms. Gould with any questions.
That's all for the news, Walpole.
Have a great day.